I see the future of philanthropy being very much in Asia. Asia is, I think, with the growing wealth and with the growing development here, it will tie in with the growth in philanthropy. In terms of trends here, I think that government is very important for Asian philanthropy. So public-private partnerships, we talk about the SDG 17, which is partnerships for the goals. I think the idea of partnerships, collaboration is going to be hugely important. And then I think that we're going to have a rise of entrepreneurs as well, who will themselves create solutions to social issues, environmental issues. And then I think digitization. We've seen in China how philanthropy has benefited through digitization with the big corporate donors there. And I think that trend is going to continue. One thing that really marked the foundation was we actually launched it in April 2020, 2 years ago, when COVID really started hitting around the world and very much in Asia. And it's interesting because looking back, we've seen how COVID has really brought up such inequalities in the world. We really have hit our stride against the backdrop of COVID. And we've also been able to really establish strong partnerships with the charities that we support and help them through a very challenging time.
All right, well, tell us a bit about the Corporate Citizenship team. It must have been hard, in this pandemic in the last couple of years for your team to figure out how to reach out to communities. Tell us, what you've learned, some insights.
Well, we all have Zoom fatigue. We've been fully virtual. We're really excited to be able to open up to some more in-person engagement with communities this year in certain parts of Asia. But what we found that has been really positive is that because of Zoom, because everything's been virtual, we haven't been limited by locations.
So tell us a bit more about your Corporate Citizenship team's work. Where does the bank position this?
Well, I think, ESG, sustainability, everyone's talking about that. It's at the core of everything, I think, that corporates are doing now and will become more so. And we really see ourselves as at the heart of the S, so social sustainability. And that's where corporate citizenship is driving the bank's agenda in social sustainability. And 3 ways we look at the impact it has on our community. So we really want to be a strong partner to NGOs, to charities that we support. We want to give them secure funding so they can go out and do the work that they do. We see the way it affects our employees as well, because we actually have, apart from financial capital, we have tremendous social capital in the bank. And that is something that our NGO partners value almost as much as the money that we're able to give them. And then we also look internally, corporate citizenship is really part of culture building and building a sense of belonging, and that's very important. So those 3 threads really tie in corporate citizenship at Credit Suisse.
That sounds lovely. So let's talk a bit about philanthropy. Now that there's all this impact investing, sustainable investing, why is philanthropy still relevant?
Well, when you look at, I think you need all forms of capital to flow towards social causes, environmental causes, for us to achieve the SDGs, come even a ways towards achieving the SDGs and really address the multiple issues the world is facing. But philanthropy is really there to help with that catalytic stage when you have small organizations, small social enterprises that are not ready to receive more formal financing. So they can't receive impact financing, they can't get loans, etc. And we're really there to help them when they're too small, too young, too new, to attract other forms of financing. And we're there to help them, to give them that stability so that they can actually take risks and try out a new model. And then I think philanthropy is also about the heart. So we see what's happening in the world. We have a huge campaign at the bank at the moment to support the Red Cross in the Ukraine. That's always going to be there. It's an impulse, and we're really just harnessing that impulse.
Let's talk about the future. It's the AIC's 25th birthday. A lot can happen in 25 years. What do you see lying ahead for philanthropy?
I see the future of philanthropy being very much in Asia. Asia is, I think, with the growing wealth and with the growing development here. It will tie in with the growth in philanthropy. In terms of trends here, I think that government is very important for Asian philanthropy. So public-private partnerships, we talk about the SDG 17, which is partnerships for the goals. I think the idea of partnerships, collaboration is going to be hugely important. And then I think that we're going to have a rise of entrepreneurs as well, who will themselves create solutions to social issues, environmental issues, and then I think digitization. We've seen in China how philanthropy has benefited through digitization with the big corporate donors there, and I think that trend is going to continue.
Okay, well, brilliant. Thank you so much, Liza. That was so insightful. It was lovely to talk to you today.
Thank you, Diane.